Peter from the 630, are you there?
I am here, Jason.
Did you hear the last call?
No, I didn't.
Okay. No worries. So, Peter, tell me, you're calling in. How can we help you?
Well, about 6 weeks ago, I called in for Ask Jason, telling about my idea for GeekStack, an online trading card game.
Yes.
The heroes of science and technology, and I wanted to follow up, tell you what's happened since then.
I think this is the first follow-up.
Yep.
So this is a follow-up. Do you remember this call?
I did.
So Joe remembers the call. Everybody thought this was a great idea. Now, I'm going to recap the idea. You tell me if I got it right, because you pitched it so well.
Okay.
Our friend here, Peter, is creating a card game like, what's the other card game called? That's like
Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. But instead of putting elves and warriors or whatever nonsense is on that, he's putting scientists and intelligent people, because he's got a passion for that, on the cards. So you could have Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein on cards and have them battling each other and doing all kinds of different things. So it's an incredible game. Kids learn something about science. You could sell these things at school. And he told us about this idea, and we said, well, this is brilliant. And he's thinking, maybe I got to raise a ton of money for this. And I said, I don't know. I think you got to make a couple of cards and show them to people. And once they see that, it's such a purple cow.
Absolutely.
It's so unique. They're going to have passion about it.
Yeah.
And I said to you, why don't you just put this on 99 Designs for $50 and see if somebody can design it for you, make a prototype, and see what people think. Yeah. What did you do, Peter?
Well, I did go to 99 Designs. There's actually not a $50 option. It ended up being about $150.
That's $150.
And I got some very good designs. It was hard to choose because there were several that were excellent, but there's one that did win, and I thought it was great, and I've used it everywhere since then. Actually, I wrote a page on my blog with a picture as well as updates, a lot of stuff I'm going to say in more detail. If you want to pull it up, it's at bit.ly/GeekStackUpdate.
bit.ly/GeekStackUpdate.
Yep.
Okay, I'm pulling it up right now on my computer. Let's see if it loads.
You'll be able to see the winning picture, and it captures what I was looking for. That I just didn't want pictures of people. I wanted something powerful, something to show the scope of their accomplishments and all that. I think you'll see it in the picture of John von Neumann when it comes up.
Yeah, unfortunately, my connection is not working so well here.
Are you on wireless?
I'm on wireless, yeah.
It came up for me.
Strange. So tell me about where the business is at. You built the prototype, and I got to shake your hand and see it, actually, myself personally, at TechCrunch 50. You took the trip out there. Where are you from, again? I can't remember.
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. So you came to TechCrunch 50. You had the prototypes. Where's the business at now?
Well, the other thing that I asked for when I was on the call with you last time was that I needed a co-founder with design, art, that kind of background. And a couple people got in touch with me, and one of them turned out to be a great fit.
Really?
A guy named Michael Pavlovich. He's a senior at Illinois State, so not only is he a good fit, but he's down the road. He's from Chicago. He comes up here on the weekends to see his family. So we've worked online for about a month, and we got to meet in person, work together for a while last week. It was really about as much as I could ask for. So he is working on the website, the front end, the graphic design.
Really?
I'm working on the game engine. I've had to rewrite it a few times, but each time it gets better. It gets smaller, easier code, easier to extend, all that stuff. We're looking to have a playable demo, not the finished game, but something you can look at and work with by the end of the year. He's got a big incentive because this is his senior class project.
Oh, really? Great.
Yep. So pressure's on him. And that's where the business is. When I was out at TechCrunch 50, I met quite a few people who were interested in it, too. The guys from Spawn Labs, I talked to them, and they loved it.
Oh,
so
cool.
Big thumbs up with them.
Yeah.
And I met a couple of people who I talked to about actually being on the cards.
Oh, you're kidding.
Working through
wow.
their people getting agreements in place, talking about what they want out of it, what they need to contribute, and how I can help them. And
do you have to get permission, do you think, or no?
I think
Unclear?
It's not clear. I've heard different opinions from different people I've talked to, from the legal side, but I want to have people engaged in it, involved with it. So anybody that I can interact with, I think it's going to be that much better.
Oh, well, here's an idea for you. A friend of mine, his name is Elon Musk, and he is doing the company called SpaceX. He did PayPal. He's also doing Tesla. He's a pretty brilliant guy. He's a good friend of mine. And he is the chief...
Yeah, I just watched the special episode with his brother.
Yeah, Kimball on last week, correct? A special episode. And he's a pretty hardcore engineer guy. And if you make a card for him, I will personally email it to him. And I think he'll get a kick out of it. But I think these things only cost you $100 to make, and probably at scale maybe less. Yeah, you should start making these. People are gonna respond when they get them. I think it's a great way to actually. The great way to get these people involved is to actually just send them the email and be like, "Hey, I'm a big fan of yours." I mean, if I got one of those, if somebody did this for Web 2.0 and internet, and somebody sent me my business card with me as a superhero, I'd be like, "Really? Wow, this is awesome!" You know, make me a poster. You know.
Well, I've already thought of what yours would be like. You'd be sitting at a poker table with your poker visor on, and you'd be holding a hand of cards out.
Right.
But instead of playing card backs, they'd be the backs of Weblogs Inc. and AOL.
It's pretty smart. Pretty smart. Yeah, exactly. This Week in Startups. Very smart. So this is going to happen for you. I think you're going to make this happen. What do you need now? Is there anything you need, or you just need time to build it out?
Time to build it out. I talked to a couple of investors at TechCrunch, and they said, this is really neat. I like it. Call me when you have a demo. So that's what we're pushing towards now.
Awesome.
But I have a special offer. Jason, I've been listening to your lessons about selling.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's do the pitch.
The offer is, for anybody who has heard this and heard of it and has an opinion about it, I will send you a free copy of the prototype card that I've had professionally printed up. It's a picture that you can see on our website.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks beautiful.
All you got to do is either write a blog post telling me what you think of it, ideas, anything like that. If that's too much work, you can tweet it, something about it.
Oh, there's a card here.
About GeekStack.
Okay.
Or if you go to the website and sign up for the mailing list.
Okay.
Just do one of those three things, a blog, a tweet, or sign up for the mailing list, and then email the URL or the email that you used to peter@geekstack.com and the address where you want me to mail the card, and I will send one of these to you. There's only about 100 of them. Piece of history.
Great. This is a very cool offer, so everybody who's listening, go to GeekStack.com. Is that right?
Yep.
Go to GeekStack.com. I'm looking at right now at the John von Neumann one, and this is brilliant. I think this is great. So how much have you invested in the company so far?
Aside from getting myself a better laptop to work on, I've put in maybe $300 or $400 so far.
$300 or $400. Huh. Okay. And
website hosting, rented a server, cheap server, paid for the design.
Okay. And so to get 100 of these cards made in artwork is going to cost $50 each? That's $5,000?
$150 each if I go through 99 Designs.
Well, some of these guys would do it.
More or less if I go through.
How many are you going to
find someone who can do them in bulk.
How many are you going to make in the initial pack? 50?
Looking for the initial set for the game to be between 200 and 300.
Oh, wow. So you have to make 200 for the game at, let's say, $50 each. That's $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you have to print them. What's the printing cost going to be to make these packs?
The printing, I think, is going to end up being less than paying for the art, from what I've looked at.
So $5,000 or something?
But we're starting with online version so that we can have more access to playtesters, work out the kinks in the game.
Got it.
Once they're printed on cards, they're set in stone, and there's not the ability to undo or change things.
Cool.
So not too worried about printing costs yet.
And if you were to print them, what does it cost to print a set of these? Do you think is it going to wind up being $1 to make a pack or $2 to make a pack? And then what are you going to sell them for? $5?
Depending on it just depends on how many of them get printed. But I think $1 to $2 a pack, and selling them for $5 is probably about right.
I think your idea is beyond brilliant.
Yeah,
it's going to work.
Thank you.
I think you can print it for a lot cheaper than that, too.
Yeah.
When you do scale.
Joe likes the idea. I like the idea. I want an update in a couple of weeks, couple months about this, and I think I am ready to invest in this company. I
All
think
right.
that you. I think it's if you get the game built, I'm going to have one of my nephews play the game. I'm going to find 2 or 3 kids to play the game, and if they think it's cool, I'm going to make you an offer to invest in this company. You think this is going to work, right, Tyler?
It's amazing the percentage of these kinds of opportunities that work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like white guys in hip hop. It's like on a percentage basis, it works out really well.
I have no idea what you just said. That was an
Is that a
incredible
good thing or a bad thing?
No, that's a great thing.
It's a great thing. Okay.
Okay,
It's like wheelchairs at Disneyland. It's like you're going right to the front of the line.
gotcha. All right, so that's an insight from Tyler.
All right.
You're like a wheelchair at Disneyland, whatever that means. But okay, you have a sense this is going to work, right?
Right.
And you have a sense that this is an entrepreneur who is not going to give up. He's going to fight, and he is passionate, and he'll do whatever it takes.
Well, he seems kind of mellow on the phone, but I get the sense.
I know. Maybe he's. I mean, he may speak in a calm tone.
Right.
He may not be spastic or hyper like me or other people, but he's. I mean, I clearly get your passion for this project, and I clearly think you're going to bring it over the finish line, and that's really what it is. Because starting is easy, finishing is hard, and you're going to finish.
Just think mellow like a freight train.
Mellow like a freight train. I like it. All right, Peter, get this done. You email me immediately when it's done. I'm going to put some beta testers on there. I got my nephew Isaac and my other nephew Nicholas, and I'm going to put the 2 of them on it because they're internet kids and they like this kind of stuff.
How old are they?
I think like 13 and 12 and 14. So they're like right in that sweet spot for you, probably right before high school. Like, what's that? A tween? That's probably It's pretty much the sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
And these are
Pretty much
smart kids.
Before puberty is raging, that's the best time.
And these are smart kids. They're going to like this. And I highly recommend you make the Elon Musk card and send it to me. And I will send it to him.
All right.
And I'm trying to think of Nathan Myhrvold's another good one. Do you know Nathan Myhrvold? He's was the chief scientist.
I know who he is, yeah.
So Nathan Myhrvold's a friend of mine. I will do the same offer. I will email 2 different billionaires for you.
All right. I like billionaires.
And personally send these 2 billionaires your card. I just realized they're billionaires,
all right.
both of those guys. Okay, Peter, you're my hero. You're killing it. You're crushing it. I am absolutely thrilled that you called back in. I was thrilled that you came to TechCrunch 50. Keep me appraised of your progress.
I will do that.
Okay, starting is easy. Finishing is hard.
It's hard.
Yes. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye.